We're back for another episode of Pete's Tackle Shop, and we're going to be powder coating today. And I have another thing I'm bringing up in this video, and I'll do that right away. So, as you know, we're coming to the end of this COVID-19 pandemic scare. I don't know what you want to call it. Do I stay politically correct? I personally think it's a hoax. A big dupe over the United States that we've never seen before, and but in our constitutional rights were stomped on pretty hard in this, and but I ain't putting no blame on nobody on it. But with that, some of our tackle companies here locally in Montana, my specific area, are going to need a shot in the arm to keep their doors open, mine included. So 1 month really hurts a little tiny business like ours. So with that said, I'd like to see you guys go out and give us a big shot in the arm to get us going again, get us out there. Fishing's good right now. Down on the river, down on Flathead Lake, they're doing really well on Flathead Lake. Down in East Bay, they're catching lots of lake trout out there, catching a few whitefish, catching a few pike, and they're using our tackle. But we need to see a bigger shot in the arm. We're hurting pretty bad. Flip-flopping about shutting her down the whole month and a half or whatever it's been so far, but it's been awful tight. So internet sales and just regular store sales. So with that said, I'd like to say Pete's Tackle's hurting. I talked to Grady and Jacob of Backwater Baits. They're hurting. They need a shot in the arm to keep their product going. They make some excellent bass tubes and bass fishing stuff. So plastics, they're into plastics pretty much. Glacier Tackle, he makes the Captain Andy's flies, and he makes some bigger lake trout jigs and kokanee salmon jigs and stuff like that. Gene at Glacier Tackle could need a good shot in the arm. And my good friend Dick Zimmer and Paula Zimmer could really need a good shot in the arm right now. We need you guys' local support. Dick Zimmer and I welcome people into our shops to purchase, along with going to our local vendors. Minor Sportsman Ski House and Snappy Sports Center, and Sportsman Ski House has been shut down through about 3 weeks of this COVID-19, so they're going to need a big shot in the arm to get back up and going. Snappy's has been going, but they've been at a limited run, and Skeleton Crew keeping that store going and keeping you folks in your fishing tackle and stuff. Another company that could use a shot in the dark is Flathead Baits, Aaron Rasmussen and Terry Rasmussen. Just buy their bait. They got some of the best bait around. I recommend it for all Pete's Tackle. If you're using any of Pete's Tackle that needs a little piece of bait, your ice fishing gear, which works great in the summertime also, all the ice fishing gear. So don't ever forget that. Some of the small stuff, when they're on a finicky bite, works really, really well. So with that said, if you like this video, I want you to go down and hit that subscribe button, and then hit that ringy dingy bell down in the bottom there, and then go out and support these local businesses. Give them a shot in the arm. I know I'm pretty much in the shop all the time, producing to get stuff out for the heavy seasons, but right now we've had a real lull in the market. Like I said, I talked to Grady, I've talked to Dick, and I've talked to Gene, They all need some help. I have not talked to Dave Chichester of Plug It Plugs, and he could probably use a shot in the arm to pick up his going into the summer season. We don't know what's coming. You know, this valley here that I live in, we're pretty much a tourist-based valley. We don't have a whole lot of industry anymore. Our logging industry is kind of, you know, willy-nilly anymore. But we don't have an industry per se in this valley anymore that really employs a lot of people and makes a lot of tax dollars and stuff. So with that said, we're going to go on to making the painting, powder coating the cactus candy heads. I'm going to go step by step through the heads, and just watch this video through the end. I think you'll learn a lot. And I go through hooks and different types of stuff, why use hooks and this hook and that hook. So check it out. I mean, for you guys that are learning how to make tackle and stuff, or interested in making tackle, this could really help you out. All right, folks. With that said, we're going to the next segment. So we're back. Had to do a few adjustments on the camera, get a different angle there so you can see what I'm doing in the pot. So, but I usually have about a 3-second window for 16th ounce here. Maybe a little longer. All depends on the day. So this is how we powder coat. And I use forceps. So get a nice coat on them. Look at that. That's nice. So, and this color is candy watermelon that I'm using here. And I use that for my peacock cactus candy. It's turns out really cool. I'll show you some cactus candies here in a moment. So, but I'm really glad you guys are watching my videos, and guys are getting stuff from them, and gals are getting stuff from it. And hey, folks, we're looking for people to subscribe. We're just getting this channel up and going. We got 207 right now, or 200 and some on the channel. So we're looking for more subscribers, so check it out. This is a lot of fun to make tackle. Our channel is going to be about fishing, tackle making, tackle tips, all sorts of little trinkets and tidbits to help the fishermen out, from expert to beginner. We hope we can teach you guys some cool stuff. I think my next video is going to be on knots. I'll do some of the knots that I use quite a bit of the time, and I'll explain why I use those knots. So, and you can get powder coat online and fluid beds online. I use the company TJ Tackle. I'll put his description down in the bottom. And all my hooks are Eagle Claw hooks. So, and you can get those just about anywhere. And they're a 570 Eagle Claw that I use in these jigs here. Sometimes I'll use depending on what fish species I'm going after, I might use a 630 O'Shaughnessy hook, which is a narrower hook gap, but a very strong hook for its size. The Arbordines, like I'm using, the 570s I'm using now, are designed to bend out and be rebent back. But the O'Shaughnessy, the 630, has a lot more temper in it. And but with the temper comes a good and bad. If you hang up on something, it ain't gonna bend. It'll break off the hook. or if it does bend, it'll eventually break off. It'll get stress in it. But the advantage to that is they are super sharp with more temper in them. So, but the 630s aren't quite as sharp. They're sharp, but they're not quite as sharp, and they don't hold their sharpness. So you want to have a file with you and tune them up a little bit once in a while. So, but there's a little bit of something to help you out a little bit. If you're using do-it molds, they tell you what hooks to use. You can always modify the mold to fit the hook that you want to use. Now I'm going to be changing out my powder coat here, and I'm going to be going with a new one. So I am going to be kind of being in and out of frame here, or whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to put a disco green in. And this is a cool color. It's been just a fabulous color for me. So, but on the fluid bed, this fluid bed has a vibrator in it. This fluid bed here has a vibrator in it. Now I don't want that vibrator on while I'm doing it. So, and this is one of the steps you do. You take your razor knife just like this. Make sure all your flash is off the hook eye and stuff. And then you rotate it around just lightly on the head of your jig, and then come down and you'll see that line there, and you can take the mold line out of there, come back on here. All this is covered up on the jig that I'm doing here, but I wanted to show you that. So it's kind of a hold the knife in your hand and just kind of use your wrist action here to do your knife and for cleaning your jig head. I usually do anywhere from about 1,000 to 2,000 jigs a day, depending on the day. And when I'm actually producing, I like to keep the jigs in my hand like this, and I just reach in with my forceps and bring it into the paint. Now see, I didn't put enough heat on that, so that one doesn't have a whole lot of glitter on it, but with that, I can come in here, and now look at that. Ain't that just sweeter than sweet? Man, thank you, Jesus. I forgot one thing I need to do. Here, yammering to you guys. I forgot to dump my water. Now, use these little cups here. Day's Orchard strawberry. My wife loves this stuff. So I drain the water off the bucket. That's just to cool the paint. And then the next process after this, I go through and dry each one. So that one actually didn't need to go in there. Make sure if you got any water on your hands, you dry it off. And there's a pile of jigs there on the table. So, do a little tap so you get your angle right. I'm talking too much, not paying attention to my time on the jig. You need quite a bit more heat on these to get that disco to come out. All right, folks, we're back at the next segment. We're going to be drying these off and putting them in the racks. So this is what I do. I spread them out on the rag. As you know, I had them in the water here, and there's a little bit of water left in there. You want to dry them off because you'll get water spots on them. So what I do is I come in here and just take my rag, real simple, and just rotate them in there. Don't put a lot of pressure on it. This powder coat's like glass right now, so you want to be gentle with it. And as you can see, I got a little mess here, get a few here and there. I got some stragglers. Wow, VD. I should have come from the other side. I will do that on the next one. So, but there you go. Them are all dried off. So I take my little racks here, my little racks and I put them in one by one so they can go in the oven to bake. You do not want these hook eyes to touch because it'll melt into that powder coat in the hook in front of it. And then you have paint on your jig head hook, which could cause a cutoff in a fish fight. Yeah, fish fight. Yeah, we should go do a fish fight. So, in later videos, I will have these things in action for you. So you gotta stay tuned to Pete's Tackle Shop and hit that little ringy-dingy bell after you subscribe. Folks, subscribe. I think we got 200 and some subscribers right now, and you can find me at Pete's Tackle Shop on YouTube, Pete's Tackle Shop on Facebook, and Pete's Tackle Shop on Instagram. So, but there's one row, and then I come into my oven here, pull out my rack, put it on there. This oven I have to bring them in a little bit. So that's pretty much the process. Then I set my oven. So, and you want to get them as tight as you can, but not touching. Here. Get those spread out so I can get this in the camera. There we go. So this is kind of this sets this powder coat into being awesome. Hard, durable, don't come off easy. It'll chip off in the rocks. But if you're just fishing in open water over wood and stuff like that, the paint stays on really well. That's why a lot of bass fishermen and different types of fishermen like this powder coat, because it is so durable and stuff like that. So, but that one's ready to go in the oven. So as you can see, I stack those in my oven that way, and I just go down the line. I know how many I'm going to have here, so that's why I have. These are the short racks. These are the racks you can get from TJ's Tackle right here. And I got these for component systems, same ones, but these are made specifically for TJ's Tackle. They work awesome. So if you go to TJ's Tackle, you can find the racks there also, and fluid beds, and the powder paint. And he's a small business just like me, so he's probably needing some help out. I know he does it as a sideline job. I found him on eBay one time looking for powder paint. I was looking for something other than what was out there, and he has it. The different colors that's out there. So, and then he actually has some custom colors that he's made that are pretty darn cool. So, I carry about 40 or 50 colors in the different colors in the shop here for different projects and stuff that go on in the shop. So but get what you need, and you can slowly build the rest. So, but I get these all loaded up in here. You see some, like that one second one in there was a brand new one. These are new here, the brand new ones. These here are about 13 years old here, so they last a long time. I just wanted some newer ones in the shop. So, but with that, and then, hey folks, on the bottom, go down and hit that. When you hit that subscribe button and stuff, go down there and check out and put a comment in there. Share how you feel about it, what you would like to see. I mean, criticisms even. I can take criticism, because criticisms, if you're not proud, you can learn from them. And there's a lot of wonderful tackle makers out there. So, and I'm going to encourage you not just to support Pete's Tackle, but all your in your area. You have local tackle makers that do crappie, do bass stuff, do trout stuff. Support them. Your fly tires and stuff. So they're going to need your help, and that's the only way you guys are going to have this. Something that's out of the ordinary, different from what other people, the big manufacturers, are making. We usually take it a step farther and put some love in it. So you'll probably pay a little bit higher price with us because it is pretty much a custom thing, because we're working on small quantities versus mass quantities. But with that, I am gonna catch you at the next segment.